Hi everyone. It's July 13th. Sorry I'm posting late. I was at a concert yesterday and I meant to post in the morning before I left and car stuff happened and whatnot, so sorry, but at least I'm posting now. So this week I wanted to talk about the process recording and how it helped me with someone that I visit with. She's new to me, so um, I've been struggling on pushing conversations, especially around just learning more about her. She's pretty talkative, but she kind of gives an overall of what her life's about. She has a son that passed away almost a year ago, and then a husband that passed away a couple years ago. So from my understanding, everyone that I work with in my team of Beata, they have talked about how she's always had a volunteer, someone checking in with her weekly to talk about bereavement risks of her for her families, but also how she's doing with losing her son. Well, she's actually lost two sons. One was from years and years ago. Um, so yeah, the process recording, I decided that I wanted to do an individual process recording because it's a one-on-one, but this time I wanted to do it visiting with this new lady that I've been meeting with because I wanted to get some more um, input from my field instructor on how to have conversations and where I should change anything or add things to help move the conversation along. Um, and while I was doing the process recording, because it has the different columns where it has the clients, what the client says, and then what I say, I did that was easy to write because that was just like an automatic through the conversation with the lady. But then when I went through the students' thoughts and feelings, it was really helpful because I already had everything else put in at the client, what they said, what I said. And then when I went to students' thoughts and feelings, I was able to look over at both what was being said and kind of think, oh, should I have said something differently or should I have moved quicker through that piece of the conversation? Um, Especially in the beginning when she's just introduced, we're just saying hi again and we're remembering, oh, yep, I remember who you are. You visited me last week. Your voice sounds familiar. And I kind of remind her of what I know. So when I look back at it, I kind of think, oh, should I say something different? Or should I add more to the statement to remind her who I am? And then as I get more into the conversations, especially with the work I'm in with hospice, I want to be able to talk about death comfortably with the patient. So with her, my field instructor really wanted me to work with her on learning more about her son that just recently passed. And in that conversation, I was really nervous because it was the second or third time I've seen her. So I didn't want to push too early, but at the same time, that's what I'm there for. So I was able to kind of put in my feedback and my feelings to my instructor saying, oh, maybe this is the spot I should have pushed a little bit more and asked more questions around when she did bring up, oh, yes, I did have four sons, instead of just saying, oh, okay, like, would you like to talk about it? Kind of go a little more depth. Um, and I kept giving myself feedback um, on a little bits and pieces where I saw like her statements that I could have built from. So that was really helpful going through. But then the fun part of this piece is I was telling my instructor about it, and she was saying she was going to make sure she overlooked it, of course, but I also just met with her again, and everything I talked about kind of happened. We got comfortable. She remembered who I was, and I asked her to tell me more about her sons. And she just spilled everything right out, told me everything about how he got sick, when he passed away, how it happened, how it makes her feel, and how every morning she has a moment of silence. Um, how she had another volunteer coming and still is a little bit, but she's having to leave soon. But how she was coming and they would talk about it. She was very open and comfortable knowing that she's still struggling with losing her son. Um, and we just talked and she explained different ways of her getting through it, and that especially through that morning of having that moment to go over the thoughts and having the ability to talk to all the different people because she's in a nursing home, so she has social workers and nurses around and LNAs. So she was talking about how helpful that is. But the process recording really helped me kind of look at the last conversation and what I need to do to help build myself even before my field instructor makes comments. So once my field instructor gets to make comments, I think I'm going to be able to even build more off of that. So yeah, I just wanted to talk about how I really enjoyed process recording more than I thought I was going to. Let me know your feedback on your guys' process recording. Thanks.